Hi guys! Yesterday my husband and I went to the wholesale market and I thought I would go ahead and share what produce we have in the house right now, just because I really enjoy watching these types of videos or looking at photos on Instagram of people's fruit hauls. And yeah, so I just thought I would share ours as well. I will say that we only go, because I'm sure people will ask, like, how long is this meant to last us? We go to the wholesale market about every 2 weeks, but my husband has a rotating schedule for days off at work, so because it's not the same day every week, we don't go exactly every 2 weeks. It's probably more like every 2.5, and you know, sometimes we stretch that a little longer, sometimes just based on what we got the time before we have to go a little bit sooner, but generally it's about every 2.5 weeks. And we just make the fruit last mostly by, you know, rotating it, keeping a really good eye on it. You'll see that we keep it in different parts of the home, and I just constantly shift things from, you know, shelves to fridges, from the fridge to the shelf. And if I have too much of something that's ripe, then I will go ahead and chop it up and freeze it. And usually frozen fruit will either be turned into what we call smoothie fodder, because you know, everything tastes good in a smoothie almost. Well, as long as it's frozen when it's the biggest thing about freezing fruit is freeze it when it tastes good. Do not wait for it to go off, because I think a lot of people wait until it's not really good anymore and then they feel bad throwing it away, so they'll freeze it. I mean, if I have something just go bad, I will throw it away. Like, I don't let myself feel bad about it. That's why we buy in bulk. But we actually throw away a really small percentage of the food that we buy. Like sometimes, I mean, like really, like, we don't throw away much at all, just because when stuff is ripe, like, I know how much we can eat over the next couple days before it's going to go off. So I will, like, just save the amount that we can't, I'll put aside what I know we can eat, and then everything else I will freeze when it's at its maximum sweetness, like the best flavor. Yeah, and then, yeah, so most of it either gets turned into smoothies or, of course, ice cream, because everybody loves a little bit of banana ice cream with whatever other fruit mixed in, just to make it taste nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the haul. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks. I also wanted to add in really quickly, because I forgot to mention it, that we will go to the regular supermarket once or twice a week just for a small shop, mostly to get greens, because we want more variety. We will buy fruit just if it looks really good, and obviously to get like things for our cooked dinners as well. So it's not just this that we're eating. We do eat other stuff, but this is the bulk of what we will eat, and this is where the bulk of our money goes. So this is our main fruit shelf, and this is actually in our dining room slash family room slash living room. We're just in a 2-bedroom apartment, and our kitchen is really tiny, so I can't display the fruit in the kitchen. And I actually quite like having it in this space, because I like being able to look at my fruit, and I've always liked putting it out kind of on a display, because it just makes you want to eat it more. Yeah, so I kind of like having it as like a focal point in the room anyway. So what we've got right now is I got some bananas up there ripening, and I've got one sad little bunch that is actually ripe, and that is it. Lots and lots and lots of peaches. I got some nectarines here. I've got more nectarines and some beautiful apricots. These are some donut nectarines. I've got some Hayden mangoes, which smell really good right now, and these are some really chunky ones, so that's nice because they've got a lot of flesh in them with not too much seed, so that's really good. And I got some bell peppers, some tomatoes, and I don't put these in the fridge because, well, I'll keep them in, you'll see later that I have some in the fridge in the garage, but I keep them in the fridge when I first get them to keep them from going too ripe, like all at one time, because we buy them wholesale. But then these are, I like to take them out and let them sit for a bit, and like, I like the peppers to get really wrinkled, and you know, the tomatoes just, you want to eat them like really like when they sit out from the fridge, they get riper and they taste sweeter, basically. I don't know how else to say that. I got some Nardicot mandarins, some more apricots, these beautiful President plums. As you can tell, I got lots and lots of stone fruit. It's just that time of year and they taste amazing and I love them. I got some, just a couple passion fruit just because I like to throw these in my husband's smoothies every now and again, or my own as well, but it just kind of makes it taste really tropical really quickly and easily. Couple lemons. I have a few Kent mangoes and then some more of the Haydens back here. Some more nectarines. I got some Gallia melons. And then, I don't know if this is actually what they're called, but it was just called white melon from Portugal. Like, that's how we bought it. I don't know if it's got an actual more specific name or not. And these smell really, really sweet right now. Oh, God, I love that. They're really, really fragrant. So, I haven't had any of these yet, but I'm going to have these in just a little bit for my breakfast. So, I'm hoping they're really good. I just have a few sweet potatoes there. And then, I've got some potatoes in the bag. Some more of the Nardicot mandarins, and I've got some, these are donut peaches. I have donut nectarines up on top, and then I have some donut peaches and some more donut peaches down there because my fridge was full and I couldn't fit them anywhere. And anyway, these, they're not, as you can see, they're not really quite ready to eat yet, which is why, like, the stuff that's closer to eye level and at the top, minus, well, the top is obviously not ripe, but the stuff we kind of keep more in this area is riper, more ready to eat. And then, like, hidden down there, like, those aren't ready to eat, but they'll shuffle up towards the middle once they're ripe. That's just how I like to do things to make sure that we eat things when they need to be eaten and we don't waste too much. So that's what we keep in our living space. It would be in the kitchen if we had space in the kitchen. Okay, so this is the fridge in our kitchen, and I apologize for the buzzing noise in the background. That's actually because I've got my water distiller going right now, but it's pretty much going all day, so if I tried to wait for it to not be running, then there's not very many windows of opportunity to film. So I've just got lots of condiments that we use with our dinners, like sometimes on the door, which is not the most attractive. But then lots of fruit and veg. So I've got up here, I've got some strawberries. This is some lettuce that we picked from the garden. I've got some peaches, which are in plastic, but they just seem to be really nice peaches. These are not the same peaches that I have on the shelf. They're different. Well, they come from they're from the same wholesaler, but they're from a different farm. And I just like to kind of try from all different places just because I never know what's going to taste really good. And if something is really not so good and I have to, you know, throw it away or something, I don't want to have like 50 cases of the same. Well, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but I don't want to have like a lot of cases from the same farm in case they don't taste so great. So I've got some peaches. These are more of those donut peaches that I had some on the shelf, but then I've got some more in the fridge. That's just a loaf of bread. I've been liking sandwiches lately because they just fill me up faster. I've got some strawberries, and then in the back I do have some treaty things. I've got, oh, this actually is worth sharing because this is, my husband picked this up for me from the health food store. I know it's kind of like a little hard to see. Replete chickpea flour flatbread with chickpea curry filling. Yum, yum. So that'll be a little treat when I feel like heating it up and eating it. Ooh, put it back down. I got some blueberries. Some more of those peaches. I've got lots of these peaches. Well, they're the donut peaches. And then some more blueberries. One of my things that I need to do today is freeze some of these, and then the rest of them I will well, I'll probably keep about 4 in the fridge and then freeze the rest because they go off really quickly and I don't want them to waste. And I don't like to wait until things are going off to freeze them. I like to freeze them when they taste perfect, and these are ready to eat. They're nice and sweet. So I've got some grapes. I don't remember the name of the variety of these, but these are some older grapes. You can see the stems are really dried up because these were from our last trip to the wholesalers, and I've got fresh grapes in the fridge downstairs in the garage. So these are just to go through first, and then when I mean, this is like just a couple days worth of grapes, so it looks like a lot, I know, but my husband brings grapes usually for a snack every day to work, and then sometimes I'll juice them to add to the smoothies. And then this is some corn, which is a little bit more dried up, so this corn I will definitely be eating first in our dinners to get rid of. It still tastes fine, it's just not as fresh. And I got fresh corn as well, but I have this out on this part of the fridge just so I remember to eat it first. And then this is more of those donut peaches. Got lots of layers of them. Yeah, it's just all donut peaches in there. And then this one is, I've got just a little bit of fresh corn, some spinach, and then I think, yeah, I've just got like random veg, and I've got some courgettes from our garden. I got some mint that we like to add to juices sometimes. Just random veg in there. I think I've got an avocado in there. Oh yes, I've got an avocado that needs to be eaten. I ripen avocados out of the fridge first when I buy them, and then I put them in the fridge once they're ripe. And they'll keep for like at least a week. That way, when I want to eat them, I just have to take them out maybe half an hour or so before I'm going to eat them to let them kind of come down in temperature a bit. And I always have ripe avocados when I want them that way. Because I know some people refrigerate them and then take them out to ripen. I do it the opposite. So that's what's in our fridge. This is how we store our fruit in the garage. Basically, we just have like kind of this cubby hole system that just helps us stay a little bit more organized. I've got more melons. There's another thing of, these are just the Gallia melons underneath. Bananas, we spread them out in boxes so that they're not, so we can see them basically as they ripen. I got more bananas in a box down here. I got some plantains laid out up here. More bananas. More plantains. I got some papayas. These are more of the Nardicot mandarins. What is this? This is, oh, some sweet potatoes. I've got some medjool dates and a big bag of rice. In the fridge, this is jam-packed. This is my husband. He's got, I think he's trying to grow cherries, like a cherry tree. So yeah, that's just random. Corn everywhere. I've got corn on the top up here as well. Some more bell peppers, strawberries, one little thing of grapes, but I've got more someplace else in here. Peaches, strawberries. This is just a big box of cherry tomatoes. More of those peaches. Spinach. I got another box of apricots underneath there. And then this is all wrapped up, but these are grapes. And I guess that's the variety right there. Sugrone. And I guess it's like something sugar in Italian. Sugrone. I don't know. And grapes and peaches in the drawer. So that is what we will be eating for the next few weeks, basically. And that's everything that we have in the house right now, produce-wise. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.